In the heart of the wild, where survival is a brutal contest, only the strongest, smartest, and most relentless rise to the top. But becoming an alpha wolf? It's not about brute strength alone. It's a game of dominance, deception, and strategy. A battle where losing means exile or death. So, how does a wolf truly claim the throne? And what happens when the challenger is someone they never expected? Stay with us, because today, we're diving deep into the ruthless world of wolves and uncovering the shocking truth behind their rise to power. For decades, popular media has painted the image of the alpha wolf as a fierce, lone warrior who dominates a pack through sheer strength and aggression. This idea spread so widely that even humans started using the term alpha to describe strong leaders. But here's the twist: this whole concept was based on bad science. Early researchers studying wolves in captivity noticed that dominant individuals would often fight others to establish rank. The problem? These weren't natural wolf packs, they were forced groups of unrelated individuals, creating an unnatural competition for power. In the wild, things work very differently. A wolf pack isn't a collection of rivals, it's a family. At the top, you don't have a dictator or a tyrant, you have parents. The so-called alpha male and female are actually the pack's mother and father, leading their offspring and teaching them survival skills. They don't rule with fear but with experience, guiding their young in hunting, territory defense, and social order. So why do some wolves still rise to power in dramatic ways? While most packs are stable family units, there are exceptions. Power struggles can emerge when a young wolf reaches maturity and no longer wants to follow its parents. This is when the true test for dominance begins. Does the young wolf challenge its own bloodline? Or does it leave and forge a destiny of its own? And while it might not be the traditional alpha battle we once thought, make no mistake, when power is on the line, things can turn brutal in an instant. A young wolf reaches adulthood. Its body is stronger, its instincts sharper, and something deep inside urges it forward. But within the pack, power is already held by the established leaders. So what comes next? This is the moment when a wolf faces two paths: either stay and challenge the existing hierarchy, or risk everything and leave to start anew. Neither choice is easy. When a wolf challenges for power within its own pack, the fight isn't just a simple scuffle, it's an all-or-nothing battle. The challenger, often a son or daughter of the current alpha, must prove they are not only physically capable but also mentally prepared to lead. Fights for dominance can be violent, with combatants using their teeth and claws in calculated attacks. But here's the twist: winning doesn't always mean immediate leadership. Even if a younger wolf defeats its parent, the rest of the pack must accept the new leader, or chaos will follow. Some wolves, rather than engaging in this high-stakes gamble, take an even riskier path: exile. They leave their birth pack, stepping into the vast wilderness alone. For these lone wolves, survival becomes the ultimate test. Without a pack, hunting is far more difficult. They must avoid rival packs that see them as intruders, and they must resist the natural urge to return to the safety of their old home. Many won't make it. But those who do, they have the potential to start something new. By finding a mate, often another lone wolf, they create a new dynasty. They don't inherit power. They build it from the ground up. And in doing so, they prove that power in the wild isn't just about strength, it's about endurance, adaptability, and knowing when to fight, or when to walk away. Becoming an alpha isn't the end of the struggle, it's just the beginning. The moment a wolf rises to power, it must constantly prove it deserves to lead. Unlike in human society, where leadership roles can last for decades, in the wild, power is never permanent. Every day is a test. Every moment is a challenge. Wolves communicate dominance through subtle but powerful signals. An alpha holds its tail high, while others lower theirs. Direct eye contact can be a challenge, while licking the dominant wolf's muzzle is a sign of submission. These nonverbal cues prevent constant fighting and establish a clear social order. But if the alpha shows signs of weakness, whether from injury, age, or indecisiveness, challenges can emerge. What's fascinating is that dominance isn't just about aggression, it's about strategy. A successful alpha doesn't need to fight every battle. Instead, they control the pack with presence, intelligence, and calculated displays of power. Too aggressive, and they risk rebellion. Too passive, and they may be seen as weak. The balance is delicate, and the consequences of failure are severe. If an alpha is overthrown, they rarely get a second chance. Some are killed by rivals. Others are exiled, forced to roam as lone wolves once more. Power doesn't come with security, it comes with a constant target on your back. And in the brutal world of the wild, mercy is a luxury that no leader can afford. In the world of wolves, dominance and hierarchy keep the pack together. But what happens when the rules are broken? When an outsider challenges the structure? Or when a member of the pack refuses to submit? This is when everything unravels, and the once stable order is thrown into chaos. Power in the wild is fragile, and the moment weakness is detected, the pack's very survival is at stake. One of the biggest threats to a pack isn't internal conflict, it's invasion. When a neighboring pack senses that an alpha is old, injured, or losing control, they see an opportunity. In these moments, rogue wolves or even entire rival packs may invade, launching a takeover. These clashes can be violent, leading to the death or exile of the previous alpha. It's a survival strategy as old as time, only the strongest rule. And when a pack is weak, outsiders come to claim what they see as theirs. But sometimes, the greatest threats come from within. A wolf that refuses to obey the alpha's authority may be seen as a traitor. Rebellion in a pack is rare, but when it happens, it usually ends in one of two ways: submission or exile. A rebellious wolf is given the chance to back down, to submit to the dominant member. But if it refuses, it risks being cast out or even killed. A pack cannot afford disorder. One wolf's defiance could mean the entire group's downfall. Even more brutal is what happens when a new alpha takes over. If a male wolf overthrows an existing leader, he often eliminates the previous alpha's offspring. This ensures that only his bloodline survives. It may sound ruthless, but in the wild, survival isn't about fairness, it's about ensuring your genes are the ones that move forward. And this is the ultimate law of nature: there are no second chances. You rule, or you are forgotten. So, the next time you hear someone talk about alpha wolves, remember, the truth is far more complex than we once believed. It's not about being the strongest. It's about being the smartest, the most adaptable, and the most strategic. Leadership in the wild isn't inherited, it's earned. And every day, it must be defended. In the end, the wild has no kings. No rulers. Only survivors. The ones who know how to navigate the deadly game for power. The ones who understand that leadership is not about dominance alone, it's about strategy, unity, and knowing when to strike, or when to step away. What do you think? Is leadership about raw strength, or is there something deeper at play? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the brutal world of wolves, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next one, where nature's most jaw-dropping secrets await.